I'm going to talk today about finding your way when passion stops driving. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving through the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are coming home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. In all of literature I've experienced so far, nothing has moved me quite so much as you only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Take a second for that. We're asked to start thinking about what it is we want to do with our lives and who we want to be when we're in preschool. I have a preschooler. My son William is 4, and he comes home and tells us he wants to be a doctor, a chef, and an astronaut, all at the same time. And our natural inclination is to say, yeah, sure, but which one? As if his capability for loving something is finite. When I was 4, I told my mom I wanted to be a nun when I grew up. We were raised Protestant, so that was a little confusing, but she was curious and supportive and said, "Can you tell me why?" And I said, "Sure, they get to sing all the time." Because Sister Act and The Sound of Music had told me that this is what nuns do. So even when I was 4, I knew what the soft animal of my body loved. It loved people, it loved movies, it loved music, it loved singing. This began a whirlwind journey for me of childhood choirs, high school musicals, a collegiate opera degree, and ultimately several years as an internationally acclaimed operatic dramatic soprano. Obviously my debut, just kidding. The experience that I had as an opera singer is a time in my life I will be so thankful for forever. But the reality of becoming a young opera singer and early careerist is a little less idyllic at times than it seems. It's insanely costly. It's really hard work, very tiring physical and mental work. And though you get to be a part of an incredible, ever-expanding community across the globe, it can sometimes be really lonely. I have so much love and respect for my colleagues in this field who still do this, and traveling that much and doing that work was just not for me as a career once I got into it. So as you can imagine, at 25, when I had committed my life and my study to this, figuring out that maybe this isn't what I want to do with my life was terrifying. It was a real midlife crisis for me. In the midst of all of that, I got so fortunate that it was so expensive because I had to do a lot of other jobs to pay for it. So just a few of the things I have done in my life. I have managed movie theaters. I've been an executive assistant. I have managed a pub. I have managed a hotel front desk. I have certified polymers for distribution. I have been a service recovery trainer. I've been a marketing manager. I have done an incredible number of things, and what's so brilliant about that I didn't realize was such a gift at the time is I got the pleasure and the gift of getting to try on all of these jobs without the stress of feeling like they were my career path, right? When you're in a defined career path, there's immense pressure to get it right, to do everything, to strive to a certain level of perfection. I didn't have to worry about that. Learning all of the skills and things I came out of all of these jobs with, I gave myself, without knowing it at the time, an unbelievable gift of self-compassion to just try something on and fail if I failed. At 25, trying to think about where I go from there and what I do was confusing and alarming and brilliant and wonderful, a real gift and a time in my life that I was forced to pause. I gave myself a chance to think through several questions, and I'm going to bring them to you today. And I hope they're in here, but if they're not, I'll walk you through them anyway. Actually, let me start with what is passion. The passion that I thought in my career I was going to experience had a couple of qualities. It was going to be endless, right? You think you're going to find your passion for something and it will just fuel you. It would be completely unwavering. It would hit me like a lightning bolt. I would know it when I saw it. And that's just not how passion works. Passion is defined as a strong inclination towards a self-defining activity that one likes, finds important, and in which one invests time and energy. Nowhere in that definition does it say that what you're passionate about has to be your career. And I think growing up in the 90s, we replaced the white picket fence of the American dream with finding your career passion, finding what fuels you, following your dreams. So, moving on from this, I started with some questions to myself to say, what is it if not passion? So, what matters to you most right now? This can be broken down into, what are your priorities? What are your values? One of my biggest values in life is connecting to people. Connecting to friends, family, connecting people to other people. I am so thankful that the work I do at Geisinger gets to fuel me in that value. I get to help people connect to each other all day, which is a brilliant gift. But I have not always been so lucky to be able to focus on my values at work. Sometimes I've had to focus on being financially stable, or being flexible, or traveling to take care of my family. And there's nothing wrong with that. So if you need to hear today that there's nothing wrong with that, I want to leave you with that gift. Because I know that there have been times in my life I needed to hear that. Number 2, no matter what job you're in now, what skills can you take out of this role that will help you somewhere else? Being a movie theater manager, I was a master at making popcorn, and now in my role in healthcare administration, I don't get to do that at all. So, not really a skill I learned transferably there, but I did also learn how to problem solve, and how to manage with a team, and how to be a leader. And all of these skills, one way or the other, have shown up and been so useful to me in my life now. So, not only what skills can you gain, but how can you tell the story for others and for yourself about the importance of those skills? And third, anybody that's ever interviewed with me probably hates this question, but it's probably my favorite. If you had unlimited time, money, and resources, what problem would you solve? I figured out late in life that my joy in the workplace is not fueled by passion. It's fueled by a problem that I really feel like I can sink my teeth into and make a difference at. So my work now at Geisinger is helping people, helping employees of Geisinger specifically find their voice, their person, their well-being, and be able to bring their whole selves to work. And that is something to me that is endlessly worthy to tackle. So what problem can you put some energy to that will help you sleep better at night? I want to leave you with this. at the end of all. Mary Oliver says to us in this poem, "Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination. It calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over announcing your place in the family of things." You get to define what success, what career, what journey looks like for you. We are in an unprecedented time in the world of work. People are redefining what fulfillment means to them right now. And I hope we're all engaging in the perpetual conversation with ourselves about what fulfillment looks like. Your passion will shift throughout your life, like your skills, like your hobbies, like the things that bring you value and joy and purpose. So, whatever your imagine leads you, wherever your path heads, know that there's a place for you in the family of things. And I hope that when my son grows up and he wants to be a doctor and an astronaut and a chef all at once, I hope no one, especially me, tells him he can't do those things. I hope he learns to make souffle on the moon, because that would be really cool. Or not. You know, if he doesn't want to do that, if he changes his mind, I hope he has the bravery and self-compassion to make the choice that's right for him. Because we all have that freedom. And no matter who you are or where you are in life, the world offers itself to your imagination, and you have a place. Thank you.